My turn. Express these as ordinary numbers. So we have 5 multiplied by 10 to the minus 4. We should recognise straight away that this minus means we have a 0-point value. The 4 indicates we have 4 spaces before our first non-zero value. 1, 2, 3, 4. This means, in this case, we have 0.000. This 5 is popped onto the end to tell us that 5 multiplied by 10 to the minus 4 is equal to 0.0005. Press pause while you try the your turn question. This minus 2 tells us we have a 0-point value. As it is a minus 2, that means we have 2 spaces before our first non-zero value. That means that this is filled with 0.0. This 2 is the next number we come to, which is popped onto the end to tell us that 2 multiplied by 10 to the minus 2 is equal to 0.02. Next example. 6.2 multiplied by 10 to the minus 2. Because we have a minus 2, that means we have a 0-point value. A minus 2 means we have 2 spaces before we get to this 6. That means it is filled with 0.0. We now reach the 6 and the 2 will go straight after it. So 6.2 multiplied by 10 to the minus 2 is equal to 0.062. Press pause while you try the your turn question. Minus 4 tells us we have a 0-point value. In this case, it means we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces until we reach this 6. Those spaces are filled with zeros, so we have 0.000 when we reach the 6 and pop the 4 right next to it. So 6.4 multiplied by 10 to the minus 4 is the same as 0.00064. Last example. 9.134 multiplied by 10 to the minus 3. Minus 3 tells us there are 1, 2, 3 spaces before we reach this 9. That means these spaces are filled with 0.00. We then reach the 9 and the 1, 3, 4 are written straight after it. That means that 9.134 multiplied by 10 to the minus 3 is the same as 0.009134. Press pause while you try the your turn question. This minus 1 tells us we have a 0-point value. This means we have 1 space before we reach this 7. In this case, that means we have 0 point. We then reach the 7 and the 1, 1, 2 comes straight after it. That means 7.112 multiplied by 10 to the minus 1 is the same as 0.7112. Remember, a negative power means we have zeros before our first non-zero number. Write those spaces out and pop all the other numbers onto the end.